What's up everyone, it's Andy and back for FIFA 21, some videos. I'm looking like I've been dragged through an edge this morning. I got woke up pretty early, had some free time and I decided to do the 500 goals and 500 assists objective. So this morning I was looking like Tom Cruise and now I look like this, about 800 years old, hair all over the place, and I was cleanly shaven when I started. But here we are. So today I want to share with you some squad building ideas just to get you started, and we're going from budget to the big bucks for the Bundesliga. So very cheap squad start. I'll give you sort of mid-range, and then we'll go into the top range and maybe a couple of picks in there, a couple of if you've got the coins to spare, why not? And then you can sort of link out, and a couple of options available for you there. So we'll start with the budget. Bundesliga, I found we start with Premier League. I thought they had really bad defenders to get you into the game. Gone into La Liga. I like my La Liga squad. I finished with a strong one last year, but they're a little bit weak. Come up against a couple of Bundesliga squads, and they're just so well rounded. They've got the pace. They're very physical. Striker wise, they struggle with at the beginning of the game, but there's a couple of options in here that'll carry you through. Very cheap. So we'll start in a 4-4-2. Obviously you can custom tactic into this, and we'll start with a budget squad, and then I'll sort of go from there. So the first guy you want is Hwang Chan. I mean, 93 pace with a finisher on there. You can chuck his shooting up. Stats decent enough. He's going to get past defences, so a good starting option there. Another option up front, Rashika again. Drop a hunter on him. Even some of the chem styles, boost that pace to max him out. Get his shooting up there, and you've got a solid option there as well. Left mid will go into Bailey. So again, about 2,500, 2,700 coins. Again, absolute pace monster. You can drop a finisher on him again. Some great stats there as well. Right side we'll go for Bellarabi. Again, under 2,000 coins. He's got top pace. Again, probably a finisher. A couple of options, but he's got great dribbling. Decent passing on there. And then with something like a finisher, he's going to have, that chance to create you positions. I play a 4-2-2 in game. I've also got a tactic for a 4-1-2-1-2 as well. That's high pressure. So you're not going to stay in your 4-4-2, even though it is quite well-rounded this year. Central mids, these can depend on how you want to play, whether you want more attacking minded, or if you want the defensive minded. As I say, I play 4-2-2, very rarely a 4-2-3-1 at the minute, or a 4-1-2-1-2. So I like to have cover at the back. 4-2-2 is my main go-to, so you want them two defensive minded players. So for the first one, we'll go for Lema again, around 2k. Again, great pace. Passing's not bad. He's got the good defensive and physicals, and he's not too bad on the ball as well. His medium high work rates, he's a solid defender to have in the middle of the pitch. And the other one, which is very, how do you spell his name? Delaney, that's it. Again, okay pace, very well rounded stats. So again, got a shot on him if he breaks through. You could have him as a more attack minded midfielder. He's got the good physicals and defensive, and this is what you're looking at within the Bundesliga pretty much all around. Left back is Gunter. Again, decent pace, not too bad physicals. Defensive was alright, so there's a couple of options you can drop on him there. Shadow anchor, just to get those stats more well-rounded. If you drop him back on, if you're keeping him drop back anyway, it's not too bad, or you can boost him for his attacking work rate. So first centre-back, we'll go with Akanji. So again, not too bad pace there. Physical's a little bit on the low slide. Defensive's fine though. Not too great on passing, so he's going to be get out of trouble. Just get in there, attack somebody, get the ball out, just 2 feet up the pitch. And the next option I would go for, who surprised me when I pulled him untradeable, again back 2k mark, Boateng. So pace, a little bit low. He's got good physicals though. He's quite decent with interceptions, but again, he shadows the way for him, drops him up to, the 80s on that pace on the face card. And as I say, this is just your beginner, so you've only got a few coins to spare. Maybe you've got a couple of these untradeable. Maybe it's just to get you through squad battles, or just to hold your own in rivals, just to get up to your first weekend league. And then, as I say, the idea is you're going to go from basic into the higher tiers of like sort of mid-tier, and then you're going to just upgrade these positions one at a time. So we're nearly there. So right back, we're going to go for hang on a minute, I believe somebody's at the door. Sorry guys, somebody just popped to the door posting something, but we're back. So where were we? Get back into the squad. So right back, for you see a budget one. I can't remember his name now. Is it Arias? Yeah, Arias. I had a moment then. So go with Arias. Again, he's got decent pace to carry you through. He's fairly cheap. Not bad stats. He can pass as well. And then your first keeper, you want to go with Hradecki. Okay, keepers at this stage, it's more about your defence, but the keeper we're going to end on, you can pretty much guess where we're going with it. But yeah, a Hradecki will carry you through. There's no real need to update your keeper. Unless you go into Sommer, who's another option. So that's it. So that's your basic Bundesliga squad. So if you're just looking to get started into the game, you're not sure what to do, you want a solid squad just to carry you through, be competitive with, get you some coins until you can start upgrading. Some of these players you can keep until you get to the top tier. You can skip the middle tier. I mean, Bailey's alright. Bellarabi's not too bad. Rashika you can generally hold on to. Akanji, Gunter, they're probably the ones that you'd upgrade last and then sort of fill around it, so to speak. So into upgrades. So we'll go for sort of the mid-tier players now. There's only one, and if you've been playing, if you've pre-ordered, if you've done your squad battles, if you've been doing objectives, this player's not going to cost you a penny. Otherwise, it's going to cost you somewhere between 10 and 15k. And that player is Wang Yi-chan. So, no difference at the minute, but all this offers you, I mean, you can use his gold card still, but all this offers you, if he does get an upgrade, which is likely, he only needs 1 or 2 upgrades and he's going to be an absolute beast card. With the ones to watch as well, they also help for squad SPC fodder down the line as well. So all I'd do for the minute is take your basic Hwang Yi-chan out, unless you're not interested in this card whatsoever, but upgrade to this card, keep your strikers there and they'll carry you through. So these are the last 2 positions that you really need to start looking into upgrading, because these 2 will carry you for quite some time. Left side, we want your mid upgrade would be Coman. So again, he's just another option more than your Bailey. Not mass amounts of difference, but he's there. The French links offer you a little bit more if you want to hybrid. Okay, Bellarabi, There's swings and roundabouts who you want from these, but I'd actually choose this guy last over the last option that I'd give you. But this is in my squad now. But Gnabry feels incredible on the ball, and he's just not expensive at all. I believe I've got Hunter on mine. I've got more goals coming from him up on the as an attacking cam on that right side than I have for these. These are just here to clean up the mess, but this guy's above the one that's coming next, as it were. But again, cheap option, and for what he offers, great card. Your midfield options, you've got, again, these are, you can sort of upgrade one at a time if you've got spare coins. These are more options, but again, it's just stepping your club up one bit at a time. So Zachariah, a great, well-rounded card, so about 20k at the minute. You can get some decent links, I suppose, from other clubs, but not a bad option at all there. And the next one would be, as an option, is Subitsa. So the reason I say this guy, I mean, if you look at here, you've got his storyline card coming up, which is not too hard. I think I'm well over halfway there on mine at the moment. But at the end of the season, if you get it and you're running in Bundesliga, you can drop into this. So there's not massive differences, but every little helps. But for around 4k, you can't really grumble. He's well rounded. He's going to do damage to people. So another option there. Left back, you can start upgrading into Roussillon. So again, you just get that extra pace injection. Nice and well rounded. You've got them French links again. If you did want to, if you pulled an untradeable sort of Varane or something, you want to start hybriding away, you can start doing that down this left hand side now. But again, not too expensive. He just takes you up. I mean, you don't always look at these 80 rated cards, as you'll see for my final choice on defenders. It's about these down here and what they offer in game. So Roussillon's your sort of mid-tier upgrade for your left back. Centre back, again, you can run with these two for a while, but your first choice is Upamecano. Again, bit more of a physical player. For the coin difference, though, is he really worth upgrading into? No, but again, French link. So you can see this left side now starting to look a lot more. So if you did want to hybrid out of here, which I'm not going to do, but you start getting a lot more options, midfield, up front, if you do want to hybrid away, because you're just getting them strong French links on the side. Which leads us to your next centre-back upgrade. And normally this guy, if he gets a lot of cards, like special cards, they're normally quite meaty. So let's have a look. Where is he? Again, pace, you're going to want a shadow on him or something, but again, well-rounded card, and again, he's just another option. So if you wanted to come in on this side, you've got the French links again. Opens up keepers for somebody like, say, what's his name, Luis or Areola. If you wanted that stronger keeper, you can start linking at the at the back as well. And then finally, for the mid-tier upgrade, would be right back, and it would be Mukiele. So again, nice, well-rounded card. He's just another option at the back. As I say, the main upgrades here at the moment, as you've seen, are the midfield. The defenders are more options. These have got a little bit more well-rounded stats. Your two centre-backs are probably the least important at this time. I would get rid of Boateng. He'd be the first centre-back, because I think at the beginning of the game, your defenders are probably the most important players on the pitch, because the keepers, especially the lower-end keepers, I've only used two keepers so far that actually offer something in the net. One being Stegen and the other one that we're going to see in a minute. So yeah, that's 70 pace from Boateng. Even though he's quite solid at the back, I'd take one of these and put him in. Upamecano, Hernandez, just to get him out there. You've got that extra pace. I'd probably choose Hernandez out of the two. A lot of people liking Upamecano at the moment. But that's where we are. So now we're into, so that's your mid-tier. So you've had your very basic cheap starter squad. We've gone into the middle with a couple of upgrades there, and now we're going to move into the top end of the Bundesliga. As I say, this is all subjective. Some people might say A is better than B, B is better than C, so on and so forth. But this is my view and what I've had success with. So, striker-wise, I'm going to leave him in for the moment. We're going to come back up, and the obvious is Haaland. Use both of these. Not massive differences between the two. There is a difference, but for the coin difference, you pick the inform up if you've got coins to spare, and you're chasing stats. However, the option is Haaland. Horrible to play against. The one tip I'd give you with Haaland, though, if you play any type of custom tactics, which hopefully you all are doing, have him on stay forward, because them high work rates, if you've got him on anything that's helping out on defence, he does go missing. He's great because he's got decent physicals to come back if you need that attack. However, he can leave you exposed up top, and because his pace is not quite there yet, with only 84. I mean, even I ran an engine on him, but I'm wondering if the Hunter's a better option. I didn't try him with a Hunter just to get that extra pace out of him, and take the most of him, but definitely have him on stay forward. So left mid is the one and only Sane. He's actually gone up in price since I purchased him last night, but this guy has been absolutely unreal, and I can't wait to get my hands on some cards. Upgrades down the line, maybe some informs if they do some heat, or whatever cards they do around him. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Absolutely phenomenal. I have Sane on left, Gnabry on the right. Okay, your option on the right for all young nabbers here, which works with somebody I'm going to show you at the end of it. I've just took Gnabry out. Is of course. Where is he? Sancho. A lot of people prefer him. A lot of people are chasing the face stats. I actually prefer Gnabry in game, but again, Sancho just takes you up there. Offers you something a little bit different. He's a little bit. I'd say he feels a little bit more agile, but Gnabry's is up there. So on the right side, it's more choice, but personally, I prefer Gnabry. These two in the middle are pretty solid. I mean, especially Zachariah. However, if you want sort of to be up there and get the upgrades, your first one, Kimmich. Again, nice, well-rounded card, but he's more of a luxury card, especially if you've got Zachariah in there anyway. But he's just physicality, he's defensive, he's passing, he's dribbling, he just feels clean on the ball. And then your last midfielder will be, I can't remember his name then, Goretzka. Again, absolutely solid in midfield. Again, with Subitsa and Zachariah, these are a bit more novelty cards. Obviously some of the stats, maybe it's just how they feel in game and what they have to offer. I love these two, and then you've got the strong German links in there as well. I have Gnabry on the right, and it works for me. Left back, he's expensive to what the left backs that I've showed you. I mean, this guy, he's got the pace. He's quite expensive for an 81 rated card, and it pained me to buy him, to be fair. However, that pace, especially down wing, especially if you play, I've got a tactic that I'm going to pop in another video, and it's worked okay in the Prem and with my La Liga squad. You did alright. With the pace in this squad and how you set it up, with these down the wings, it's just unreal. Like the pressure that you put your opponent under is just absolutely unreal. So that's your left back, your luxury left back. Centre backs, you've got Klosterman, again only 80 rated, but he's got that 84 base pace. So an absolute monster at the back. He's going to chase anybody down in the game now. He's quite expensive. I think he's around he's fluctuating. Everything's gone back up in price at the minute. I think I picked him up for about 14, but I know he hovers around the 20k mark. So again, quite expensive, but pace is key at this stage of the game, and especially a lot of people struggle to defend because the AI defending's sort of been toned down quite a bit. So lucky for me, I'm quite good at defending. These sort of players are going to help you a lot in that regards, to be tracking back and shutting players down, because that's all you get is just through ball after through ball. And if your defenders have got some stinky pace, then there's not much helping you. And then the other one, again, there's some options that I've showed you already, but this guy, again, just well-rounded, throws your squad rating up. You know, you can't really take much away from him. You can drop him over that side, so you've got more strong links if you want, but whatevs. And then we're taking a downgrade on this one, but again, I just find him beast mode. Again, you've got the pace there, quite well-rounded stats, but Mbabu, I think he's about 10k or thereabouts now, probably dropped with only being 79 rated. And then last but not least is the only Manuel Neuer, and he's the only other keeper that I found next to Stegen who actually shows up in games. Okay, so that's sort of took you from starter squad to the top end squads there. As I say, there's a couple of options with players. You've got the storyline Subitsa, the two centre mids. You know, as I say, there's nothing wrong with the mid-range ones. Sancho, I'd say, is a preference, down to preference, but I do like Gnabry there. He's just so quick on the ball. And then it leaves your strikers, so you've still got Hwang Chan up there. So my last one is a bit of a bogey one. Is you take this guy out who, you know, does more than fine, and then you pop in. Why is he not finding? Obviously not quite. He's gone up massively since last night as well. But once you've got the coins, you drop this guy in, and then what you do is, to get him on full chem, if I remember right, is, I can't remember. 4, 3, 2, 1. I prefer this guy, as I say. So you drop him up there, and you get full chem. And Werner becomes your big boy up top. So he's just a bogey option if you've got the coins, if you've managed to pull him untradeable, if you are lucky enough to pull him out of pack. He's one to watch. The ones to watch, I mean, it looks nice. I love the card design, but I just, so far, I mean, you know, only a couple of games in, but I've not seen much from him in Premier League compared to obviously last year. But again, it's still early days. I'd like to see him do well and set the league on fire, but I'm an Arsenal fan, so at the same time, if Chelsea fail, that's good by me. So that's it, guys. That's sort of from your basic to the top. I'll get this posted. If you want to see more of these, I can do one for La Liga. Can do Prem. You know, I can start looking at hybrid squads for you. But you know, as I say, I'm only going to do the content more and more regular if you're watching it. So thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. Let me get a channel going for you guys, and I'll help as much as I can. If you want to comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as you can. But otherwise, I hope that's helped, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.